There is a moment every morning when you stand in front of the mirror and look into your own eyes. Some mornings, you might see tiredness staring back at you. Other mornings, you might see worry or doubt. But today, I want you to look in that mirror and say something you might have never said with conviction: I am enough, because you are. You've always been. So many of us spend years, even decades, chasing after someone else's definition of who we should be. We hustle to prove our worth at work. We mold ourselves to fit into relationships. We constantly scroll through images of other people's perfect lives and wonder, why can't I be like that? But what if just for today, you didn't compare? What if you didn't hustle to prove anything? What if you simply decided to believe deep in your bones that who you are as you are is enough? You were born whole. You came into this world with everything you needed already inside of you. But somewhere along the way, life taught you to doubt it. Maybe someone told you that you weren't smart enough, or strong enough, or pretty enough. Maybe you told yourself that story so many times it became a belief, but those are just stories, and stories can be rewritten. When you wake up and say, I am enough, you are giving yourself permission to stop carrying the heavy burden of not good enough. You are telling that inner voice that likes to criticize and compare, you don't get to run my life anymore. And that one decision changes everything. Because when you know you're enough, you stop shrinking yourself. You stop saying yes when you mean no just to please other people. You stop chasing approval like it's oxygen. Instead, you breathe. You stand tall in who you are, flaws and all, and you feel free. Think about how much energy we waste trying to prove our worth. We wear the right clothes, say the right words, work ourselves into exhaustion, hoping someone will finally say, you're good enough now. But that's a race with no finish line, because no matter how much you do, there will always be someone who thinks you're too much or not enough. And here's the truth, it doesn't matter. Their opinion doesn't define you. Your value was set the moment you were born, and no one gets to discount it. You are enough not because of what you do or what you have, but because of who you are at your core, a person with dreams, love, courage, and endless potential. Saying, I am enough is not arrogance. It's gratitude for your own existence. It's honoring the fact that you're a masterpiece in progress. And yes, progress is messy. You'll make mistakes. You'll stumble. But none of that changes your worthiness. Here's the beauty of believing you're enough. It changes how you treat yourself. You stop being so harsh with your own heart. You forgive yourself faster. You let go of things that don't serve you. And when you treat yourself with love, the world mirrors it back. You attract people and opportunities that align with your true self, because you're no longer pretending to be someone you're not. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm goes off and the world tries to rush you into its chaos, take a moment. Sit up, breathe deeply, and say it, I am enough. Whisper it, shout it, feel it vibrate through your chest. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, keep saying it. Because belief is like a seed. You plant it with your words and water it with your actions until it grows strong. There will be days you forget. Days when life knocks you down and whispers the opposite in your ear. That's okay. Come back to your truth. Look at yourself again and remind yourself, I am enough. No condition, no requirement, no approval needed. Just as you are. When you live from that place, your entire world shifts. You walk differently. You speak differently. You show up differently. And that confidence, that deep knowing of your own value, doesn't just change you. It inspires everyone around you, because the world needs more people who love themselves enough to shine without apology. You are enough. You always have been. You always will be. There is something powerful about waking up and claiming the day as your own. The world will always have demands waiting for you. Emails, responsibilities, challenges, even people's expectations pulling at you from every direction. But before all of that rushes in, take a moment to tell yourself, ooh, today is my day, not someone else's, not yesterday's, not tomorrow's. This day belongs to you. When you wake up with that mindset, you begin to see life differently. You no longer drift through the hours as if you are just reacting to whatever comes. You step into your morning like a painter facing a blank canvas, brush in hand, ready to create something intentional. And isn't that what life really is? A series of days each one an opportunity to make a choice to write your story with purpose instead of letting someone else hold the pen. Think about how easy it is to surrender your day without even realizing it. One negative comment can set the tone. One unexpected problem can throw you off balance. One scroll through social media can turn your mind into a storm of comparison. And before you know it, the day feels like it slipped out of your hands. But when you start your morning declaring, today is my day, you anchor yourself before those distractions ever show up. You remind yourself that you, not circumstances, not other people, decide how you will respond and how you will feel. Saying today is my day is about ownership, and ownership is freedom. It's freedom from the weight of yesterday. Whatever mistakes you made, whatever disappointment you carried, whatever regrets still whisper to you from the past, today is new. You don't have to drag that baggage into this sunrise. You can forgive yourself, release what didn't go as planned, and begin again. Because every morning you wake up, life is offering you a reset button. It's also freedom from tomorrow. How often do we fill today with worries about what's coming? We play out scenarios, stress over things that haven't even happened, and miss the beauty right in front of us. Declaring, today is my day brings you back to the present. It reminds you that you can only live one day at a time. Confidence is riding on, and this one deserves your full attention. Owning your day doesn't mean every moment will go perfectly. Challenges will still come, but the difference is how you meet them. When you've claimed your day, you move through difficulties with a centered spirit instead of panic. You understand that obstacles don't define your day, your response to them does. You choose your tone, your energy, and your attitude no matter what unfolds. So how do you live like today is truly yours? You start small. Maybe it's taking 5 quiet minutes in the morning just for yourself before you pick up your phone. Is writing on. Maybe it's writing down one thing you're grateful for or one intention you want to carry into the day. Is writing on. Maybe it's saying no to something that drains you or yes to something that excites you. Owning your day is about making conscious choices, not simply running on autopilot. And here's the beauty: when you live as if today is my day, you start showing up fully for life. You're more present with your loved ones. You savor moments instead of rushing through them. If your confidence riding on, you find more courage to step toward your goals because you understand this day is not a rehearsal. It's part of the real thing. There's something liberating about no longer waiting for someday. Too often we tell ourselves, when I have more time, then I low, or when life settles down, then I low, but life doesn't wait. This is it. This is your time to start to try to take that small step that moves you closer to your dreams. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to claim today as yours and begin. When you wake up tomorrow, before your feet even touch the floor, try saying it to you, today is my day. Feel it in your chest. Let it roll off your tongue like a promise to yourself, and then live like you meant it. Because this day will never come again. The hours ahead are a gift. You get to choose how you use them. Will you give them away to fear, to doubt, to someone else's agenda? Or will you own them fully and unapologetically? This is your life, one day at a time. And today is your day. Claim it. Every morning you wake up, life offers you a choice. You can step into the day carrying the weight of yesterday's chaos, or you can decide, I choose peace. That simple statement is powerful because it reminds you that peace isn't something you wait to find. It's something you choose to create within yourself. Peace is not about everything around you being perfect. It's not about everyone treating you kindly or every plan going exactly the way you want it to. Peace is an inner decision. It's the ability to stand in the middle of a storm and still say, I'm okay. I'm grounded. I know who I am, and I will not let this shake me. Every day, things will happen that tempt you to give away your peace. Someone may cut you off in traffic. A loved one may say something that stings. A coworker may frustrate you, or the news may try to fill you with fear. And it's easy, almost natural, to react, to let your emotions be controlled by what's happening outside of you. But when you choose peace, you are saying, I refuse to let circumstances dictate how I feel inside. That's power. That's strength. Choosing peace doesn't mean you ignore problems or avoid hard conversations. It doesn't mean you suppress emotions or pretend everything is fine when it's not. It means you approach life from a place of calm rather than chaos. You handle challenges with clarity instead of anger. You listen more than you shout. You seek understanding instead of judgment, because peace gives you the ability to respond, not just react. Some people think peace is something you'll have when life slows down or when things get better. But peace doesn't arrive when everything is easy. It arrives when you make a conscious decision to create it, no matter what is going on. You can be in the busiest season of your life and still have peace, because peace is not out there. It's in here, in your heart, and in your mind. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself every morning is the reminder that I choose peace. It changes how you move through the day. Suddenly, the little things that would normally bother you start to lose their power. Someone else's negativity, it doesn't stick to you. That unexpected setback. You take a breath and find another way. That old habit of holding on to grudges, it begins to loosen its grip. Peace is also about boundaries. When you choose peace, you learn to say no to things that steal your energy and yes to things that nourish your spirit. You become more intentional about what you allow into your life, what conversations you engage in, what kind of media you consume, what relationships you keep close, because not everything and everyone deserves access to your inner world. It's important to understand choosing peace doesn't make you weak. It doesn't mean people will walk all over you. It means you know you're worth enough not to get pulled into every argument, not to fight battles that don't matter, and not to waste precious time proving points to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Peace is strength wrapped in softness. And here's what happens when you live like that. People notice. Your children notice. Your coworkers notice. Strangers even notice. There is something magnetic about a person who carries peace in a chaotic world. It inspires others to calm down, to soften, to reflect. You become a mirror that shows what's possible when someone chooses to protect their energy instead of letting life drain it. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up and your mind starts racing about what needs to be done, or you feel the weight of yesterday trying to creep in, pause. Take a deep breath and say, I choose peace, and then act like it. Move slower, listen deeper, let go faster. Don't allow small irritations to steal big moments of joy. Choosing peace isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Some days it will be harder than others. Some days you'll slip, and that's okay. The beauty is you can always come back, reset, and choose again, because peace is always available to you. It's not waiting for permission from anyone else. Life will continue to be unpredictable, but your response doesn't have to be. When you live with peace as your anchor, no storm can knock you completely off course. And that is one of the greatest gifts you can ever give yourself and everyone around you. So start each day with it, say it, and mean it. Choose peace, and watch how your world transforms. There is greatness inside of you that you may not even see yet. Every single morning you wake up, there is potential within you waiting to be unleashed. And the beautiful truth is this: you are capable of great things, good things, not just enough to get by, but great things. Things that inspire, things that transform, things that leave a mark long after you're gone. The problem is, most of us doubt our own power. We look at our dreams and think they are too big for us, too impossible, too far away. We tell ourselves we don't have enough time, enough talent, enough experience. But that's just fear talking. And fear has a way of convincing you to stay small. But you weren't born to stay small. You were born to rise, to expand, to create, to do things that seem impossible. Because that's where your greatest growth lies. Being capable of great things doesn't mean you won't be scared. It is riding on. It doesn't mean you won't fail sometimes. In fact, failure is often the greatest sign that you're stretching yourself beyond what's comfortable. Every person who has ever done something extraordinary has failed, doubted themselves, even thought about quitting. The difference is they kept going. And you can too. When you tell yourself every morning, I am capable of great things, you begin to shift your mindset from limitation to possibility. Instead of focusing on all the reasons why something can't happen, you start looking for reasons why it can. You open yourself up to solutions, to creativity, to unexpected opportunities. You start to trust that even if you don't have it all figured out right now, you have the ability to learn, to grow, to figure it out along the way. Greatness isn't about being perfect. It's about being willing. Willing to take that first step, even when you can't see the whole staircase. Willing to try again when it doesn't work the first time. Willing to listen to that small voice inside that says, oh, you're meant for more. And that voice is always there. You just have to be quiet enough to hear it and brave enough to act on it. Think about this. Every person who has achieved something meaningful started somewhere. No one wakes up at the finish line. They start small with one decision, one step, one moment of courage. That's where greatness begins. In small, consistent choices that move you closer to your vision. And you have that same ability. There is no dream too big for you because the strength you need to accomplish it grows as you move forward. When you believe you are capable of great things, you stop settling. You stop accepting just enough. When you know there is more out there for you, you stop doubting your worthiness to receive good things, to experience abundance, to live a life that lights you up. Instead, you begin to walk into rooms with your head held high, knowing you belong there. You start taking chances, reaching for opportunities, and saying yes to things that scare you a little. Because you understand that on the other side of fear is growth, and on the other side of growth is greatness. Greatness also isn't just about what you accomplish for yourself. It's about the impact you make on others. Sometimes the great thing you are capable of is encouraging someone else to believe in themselves. Sometimes it's starting something that will outlive you. A business, a movement, a message, or simply a legacy of kindness and love. Your greatness may not look like anyone else's, and that's exactly how it should be. You were created uniquely with gifts and talents that are yours alone. So every morning, remind yourself, Gui, I am capable of great things. And then ask yourself, what small step can I take today toward my vision? It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe it's making one phone call, writing one paragraph, taking one class or having one important conversation. Great things are built one choice at a time, one day at a time. There will be people who doubt you. There will be moments you doubt yourself, but hold on to the truth that your capability doesn't depend on anyone else's belief. It starts with yours. The moment you believe in your own power, you open doors you didn't even know existed. You are capable of great things because you are capable of growth. You are capable of learning, of adapting, of becoming more than you are today. And when you choose to believe that, really believe it, you start to see proof of it everywhere. Your life begins to shift, and suddenly, what once felt impossible feels within reach. So, tomorrow morning, say it again, gooing on, I am capable of great things. Say it until you believe it, and then go out and live like it. Because the world is waiting for the greatness only you can bring.